Hi, welcome to our channel, Programming a Mind, where we accelerate your knowledge with concise, from high-value book summaries. Let's begin understanding the deep need for love. Every human heart longs for love. No matter who you are or where you come from, there is a desire inside to be cared for, valued, and cherished. This need starts early in childhood and continues throughout life. Love is not a luxury, it is a basic need that shapes how we feel about ourselves and how we relate to others. Imagine a young boy growing up in a home where no one expresses affection or appreciation. Over time, he may feel unwanted and invisible even if his parents work hard to provide for him. Now imagine another child who receives hugs, encouraging words, and small, thoughtful gifts. That child grows up feeling secure, confident, and loved. The difference is not in material things, but in emotional connection. People often carry their need for love into adulthood. They look for it in friendships and marriage and in family bonds. When that love is not clearly felt, relationships start to weaken. Arguments become more frequent, misunderstandings grow, and people begin to drift apart. Often it is not because the love is gone, but because it is not being communicated in the right way. Why love fades in relationships. In the beginning of most romantic relationships, love feels effortless. There are butterflies in the stomach, late-night conversations, and a sense of deep connection. Everything feels exciting and full of promise. But after a while, routine settles in. Life brings stress, responsibilities, and distractions. The strong feelings that once came naturally begin to fade. Many couples find themselves confused and disappointed. They wonder what happened to the magic they once felt. Some believe they chose the wrong partner. Others feel they are just growing apart. The real problem often lies in the way love is expressed. Two people can love each other deeply, but if they do not understand how the other person receives love, their efforts might go unnoticed. It is like speaking two different languages without a translator. The love is present, but it is not reaching the other person's heart. The concept of emotional love tanks. Think of every person as having an invisible emotional love tank. When the tank is full, they feel secure, happy, and connected. When the tank is empty, they feel lonely, unloved, and discouraged. Just like a car needs fuel to run, people need love to thrive. If a husband works long hours to provide for his family, but never spends quality time with his wife, she may feel that her emotional tank is empty. He may think he's showing love by being a good provider, but she may need emotional closeness more than financial security. On the other hand, if she gives him frequent compliments, but he longs for physical affection, he may still feel distant. The problem is not the absence of love, but the mismatch in how love is being shown and received. Learning to speak different love languages. Everyone expresses and receives love in different ways. Some feel loved when they hear kind words. Others need quality time spent together. Some feel cherished when they receive thoughtful gifts, while others need acts of service or a loving touch. These different ways of expressing love are called love languages. Just like spoken languages, they must be learned and practiced. Imagine two people who speak different native tongues. If neither learns the other's language, they will struggle to communicate. But once they take the time to understand and practice the new language, their bond can grow stronger than ever before. It is the same with emotional love. Learning to speak someone else's love language opens the door to deeper connection and trust. Words that speak life. Some people feel most loved when they hear affirming words. Simple phrases like "I appreciate you" or "you did a great job" mean the world to them. These people thrive on encouragement, compliments, and kind reminders. For them, words are powerful. A husband who tells his wife she is beautiful even after many years of marriage fills her with confidence and joy. A parent who praises their child's effort, even if the result is not perfect, builds the child's self-worth. But when people who need affirming words do not receive them, they begin to feel ignored and unimportant. Criticism and silence hurt them deeply, even if other forms of love are present. Speaking life through words is like sunshine to their soul. It lifts their mood, brightens their day, and strengthens the relationship. Spending time that truly counts. For some people, love is spelled T-I-M-E. They feel most loved when others give them undivided attention. It is not about being in the same room while staring at a phone or watching television. It is about eye contact, listening, and being present in the moment. When someone values quality time, they feel cherished when a loved one chooses to spend focused moments with them. A mother sitting with her daughter for a heart-to-heart talk, a friend who makes time for weekly catch-ups, or a couple that goes for evening walks to share their thoughts. These are all ways of showing love through time. When this love language is ignored, even the most generous gifts or kind words cannot fill the gap. People who crave quality time feel disconnected and alone when attention is divided or absent. Making time for each other sends a clear message: you matter to me. Gifts that show thoughtfulness. Another powerful love language is receiving gifts. This does not mean the person is materialistic. It means they feel loved when someone puts thought and care into choosing something just for them. It could be as simple as a flower picked on the way home, a handwritten note, or a favorite snack. The meaning lies not in the cost, but in the effort behind the gesture. For these people, a gift is a symbol of love and remembrance. It tells them you are thinking of me. A man who brings home a souvenir from a business trip shows his wife she was on his mind. A friend who surprises someone with their favorite book is saying, I know what you love and I care. When this love language is not spoken, the person may feel forgotten even if other expressions of love are present. Small acts of thoughtfulness mean the world to them, and they treasure these symbols as reminders of love. Helping hands that speak volumes. Some people feel most loved through acts of service. This means doing something helpful for someone else to make their life easier or more enjoyable. Washing the dishes, cooking a meal, taking care of errands, or fixing something around the house all speak love to them. These actions say, I care enough to lighten your load. A father who mows the lawn so his wife can relax, or a son who helps his mother with groceries, is speaking this language. For them, love is not just words, but actions. When they see someone go out of their way to help, it touches their heart deeply. But when their efforts are not noticed, or when others ignore their needs, they may feel unappreciated and unloved. Doing helpful things without being asked shows true commitment and concern. It is a way of saying, I see your needs and I want to meet them. The power of a loving touch, physical touch, is another deep expression of love. It is not just about romance. It includes hugs, holding hands, pats on the back, and sitting close together. For people who speak this love language, touch brings comfort, reassurance, and connection. A child who snuggles with a parent after a hard day, or a couple that holds hands during a walk, are experiencing a bond that words cannot always express. For these individuals, a simple touch can say, I am here for you, I love you, and I care. When physical affection is absent, they may feel isolated even if kind words and good deeds are present. Touch can heal pain, reduce stress, and build trust. It is a basic human need that carries deep emotional weight. Discovering your own love language, understanding your own love language, is just as important as understanding your partner's. When you know how you receive love best, you can communicate that to others and seek it in healthy ways. Think about what makes you feel most appreciated. Do you light up when someone gives you a compliment? Do you feel close to others during quiet conversations or shared experiences? Does a small surprise bring you joy? Or do you feel most loved when someone helps you with a task or gives you a warm hug? Reflecting on these moments will help you discover your emotional needs. Once you know them, you can also begin to learn the languages of those around you. Relationships flourish when love is given and received in the right language. It takes awareness, patience, and practice, but the rewards are life-changing. Creating stronger bonds through intentional love is a choice that must be made every day. It is not enough to feel love inside. You must show it in ways the other person understands. This requires stepping out of your comfort zone and putting effort into learning how your loved one experiences love. When you speak their language, even simple gestures can have a big impact. A man who begins leaving notes of encouragement for his wife, who values words of affirmation, can slowly rebuild connection. A wife who starts giving small, meaningful gifts to her husband, who treasures them, can spark new warmth. A parent who spends quiet time with a child who craves attention can open a new door of trust. These actions are not grand, but they are powerful. Love languages help you turn good intentions into clear expressions of care. They guide you in filling the emotional tanks of those you love most, and in turn your own tank becomes full. Thank you for listening, and please like the video and subscribe for more great upcoming content that will put you in top 1% people in the world.